9 Delta Analytical with us. They are our August GenTech Customer of the Month, and we are promoting them in the month of September. So let me introduce who we have. Christine Moore. If you can just say your title and what you do over at 9 Delta, please.
Hi, I'm Christine Moore, and I'm the president of 9 Delta. We just started up, and you'll hear all about that in this conversation. Previously worked at Abbott for 16 plus years and retired from corporate America in order to start our own business.
That is wonderful to hear. And Cindy, if you could please introduce yourself.
Hi there, Cindy Coulter, and I'm the Director of Laboratory Operations here at 9 Delta Analytical, and I worked with Christine over at Abbott for about 15 years.
That is wonderful. So you guys are a little bit of a departure from our traditional customer of the month. We normally do a long-term GenTech customer. But as you said, you guys are a startup lab, and that made it kind of interesting. You're obviously two women, and we are having Toxicology Month at GenTech. That's our theme. So we selected you for a lot of different reasons, but could you just talk sort of generally about some of the benefits and some of the challenges of being a woman-owned startup lab? I tell our viewers you're based in California, so there might be some additional challenges around that. So if you could just tell a little bit about maybe why you started and kind of what's going on.
Sure. The benefits to starting our own business, of course, are being our own boss. Not having to answer to others, and that gives us a lot of flexibility in scheduling, flexibility in projects that we accept, method development, that kind of thing. Challenges would include getting credit lines to start and trying to get discounts from various vendors and things like that, but also having to learn business, which neither of us had done before because we're both scientists. So trying to figure out invoicing and purchasing and all those sorts of things, certainly a challenge. And California, of course, the benefit is fantastic weather and it's a great place to live. Lots of outdoor activities, but the challenge is higher expenses and quite a bit of bureaucracy, I would say, compared to other states.
Yep. That's something we hear from our customers all the time. So something our viewers are very curious about is your name. So if you could tell us your name, and then we know you're not in the cannabis industry, but it is similar. So I'll let you guys take it away. You tell me the origins of your name and just a little bit about that, please.
Okay, well, 9 Delta, I'm sorry, here we go. Delta 9, THC is the active ingredient in THC. And so us being a toxicology lab, a drug testing lab, we did want to play off of that to some degree. We knew that we wanted a number somewhere in the name, especially at the beginning. It comes up a little easier in search engines. And so that was something we wanted to explore. Delta means difference, and we are striving to be kind of a different kind of company. So it just kind of all fit together. So playing off the word and being in the industry, we went with 9 Delta Analytical.
That is really cool. So knowing that you're not a cannabis testing lab, talk to us a little bit more about what type of analysis your lab does, and then who are your target customers. You mentioned tox a little bit, but if you could expand on that, please.
So we do toxicological analysis, predominantly analyzing blood and oral fluid for drugs and alcohol. Our primary customers would be academic researchers who don't have access to their own laboratory. So maybe they want to do a project and they don't have that availability. We would work with them to figure out what sort of toxicology they need to go along with their project. So a little more collaborative lab.
Perfect. Thank you. And because our viewers are very interested in analytical equipment, can you talk about, what are the workhorses? What are you guys using specifically in your lab? What type of equipment?
Right now we have one LC triple quad and one GCMS and also an FID, a Headspace FID. Those are really the workhorses. All of that is Agilent equipment. So yeah.
Perfect.
We got from GenTech, right?
Yes, we did get it from GenTech.
Yes. Okay. So pivoting, I mean, GenTech does well with startups because we have a lot of different things, but obviously there's a value proposition on cost. So if you could tell us, so you guys are a startup lab, you're getting going, you've got your thesis, now you need equipment. Can you tell us a little bit how you found GenTech or what led you to start engaging with GenTech on the quotations?
Well, we had worked with GenTech, believe it or not, about 15 years ago on a very small scale piece of equipment at another organization. And so the name GenTech, we were already familiar with going into it when we decided to fund the startup. And when we reached out to about 3 or 4 different companies for feedback and quotations, GenTech was the first one that got back to us. They sent emails immediately. They called us back immediately. They had a couple questions about what type of industry we were going into, what exactly we needed. And at the end of the day, when they quoted us, when GenTech quoted us, they knew exactly what kind of instruments we needed. And we didn't have to go back and forth. Well, I need this attachment. I need that attachment. Please add on this. And they made it very easy, just understanding the industry that we were in.
Okay, so yep, so previous experience with GenTech at another company, and then the quotation process, being able to help you solve your problems with good recommendations and knowing what goes with what. Okay, so far, what's been your favorite thing about working with GenTech?
I think it's the collaboration that we've had. We have had, like all instruments, you're going to have things are going to go wrong, things are going to break, things are going to be repaired. And the collaboration with GenTech being on the East Coast, us being on the West Coast, we've been able to do a lot of troubleshooting over the phone. Digital files have been able to be sent directly to us so we can upload them. Instructions on how to make repairs have been given to us. So it's been a really easy collaborative effort. And I think it's really helped with some of the downtime as well.
That is great to hear. So, I mean, it's tough out there. We know it. It's tough. It's a tough business. You guys are trailblazers. If somebody else was thinking about doing what you're doing, starting up a lab, what tips would you have? What advice for some aspirational lab people out there?
I would say to stick to what you know, and stick to your area of expertise. I mean, we've had people approach us with off-the-wall questions and projects, and we don't know anything about them. So we could sure say we could do that, but we really can't. So I would say stick to your areas of expertise, find vendors who work with you, and hopefully, provide some supplies for validation type things. And certain vendors have been really helpful with that, giving us some things to get started. And understand, I think, that there'll be a significant investment before you make any profit or revenue.
Okay, yep, and that's good. That's good to know. Yep, getting the methods qualified and spending the time that it does take a little while before you cash flow. Would you recommend GenTech to others?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Of course.
That's great. That's great to hear. Okay, so I know you guys are a startup, so you're new, but do you have anything exciting that's on the horizon for 9 Delta? Anything we can share with our viewers? Any conferences you might be attending? Any new initiatives that we can let people know about?
Well, I'm going to the SOFT conference next week, the Society of Forensic Toxicologists. I'll be there next week. We've got some ideas for next year. Now things are coming back in person for conferences to attend. But our main thing, because Cindy's been doing a yeoman's job getting all the methods validated and off the ground, is for me now to market our services and to get the word out. So that's the goal for me, sooner rather than later, I think.
Okay, so that's the message. So Christine will be at Soft. So anybody wanting to set up a meeting with her, you can message her directly if you're going to be at Soft. And we're also going to be at Soft, so we can.
I'll
Yes,
stop by.
yes, we'll have a booth as well, so we'll get to meet in person. How can people find you? What's the best way to find 9 Delta if you do need consulting or services? Website, LinkedIn. How can viewers reach you?
Yeah, we do have a website, 9-delta.com. I think it has all of our phone numbers in there.
It does.
So, and word of mouth, of course. Christine, like she said, she'll be at SOFT. So
Okay, Okay, see Christina soft. Yay. I think that concludes most of our questions, but now we have a very exciting lightning round. So this is where our viewers can get to know the real Cindy and Christine. So I'm going to ask you guys some hard-hitting questions, and then you have to answer them, okay? So I'll say the question, then Cindy answers, then Christine answers. Are you
Okay.
ready?
We're ready.
Lightning round. Cats or dogs?
Dog.
Dogs.
Okay. Books or movies?
Ooh, movies.
Books.
So we're gonna see how much you guys are yin and yang, and how much you're the
I can't
same or
stop.
different. All right, all right. Are you an early riser or a night owl?
Early riser.
Early riser.
Okay, meet you at the office 6 a.m.
Yes.
Are you guys prefer to go camping or spend a night at the Ritz?
Camping.
Ritz.
Okay, I'm with you, Christine. We'll be waving to you from our balcony at the Ritz there. Okay, country or city? Country person or city person?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Country.
Country.
Okay. Garlic or onions?
Oh, garlic.
Garlic.
All right, you guys can share a meal, no complaints. So would you consider yourself a big picture person or more detail orientated?
Oh, that's a tough one. Sometimes I do start drowning in the details.
Okay.
I think that's a perfect question for us because I'm a bigger picture and Cindy's detailed. So
So then
together
again,
we
Yeah.
get it done.
I think
That
so.
makes us a good team.
a good partnership. Wonderful. Okay, chocolate or vanilla?
Oh,
Oh, chocolate. Yeah,
chocolate.
absolutely.
Chocolate. Okay, so we have a three-way tie here. We're all into chocolate because you guys are in Southern California, and this is one of the only places in the US where you could do one thing in the morning and one thing in the afternoon. So I'm going to ask you, would you rather be surfing or would you rather be mountain skiing?
Oh, surfing.
Surfing. I don't ski.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surfing.
I'd rather
Okay.
be warm than cold.
Yes. I'd
Okay,
rather
okay. So rather hit this and then to head out to Big Bear and ski. You guys would rather surf or be on the beach. Okay, awesome. So that concludes our interview. Thank you very much for the time, and everybody, please pay attention to 9 Delta, a very exciting female-led startup in California, and we're very pleased to have you as our customer of the month. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yvette. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.